Today's video is going to be on a topic that's becoming more and more prevalent to me. I started by noticing it on myself. I then started noticing it with some of my clients, and then I heard some other guys on the internet talking about it. And now here I am, a guy on the internet talking about it. And that is the fact that tracking your calories, tracking your macros, actually makes you hungrier. Whether you are dieting, maintaining your weight, trying to bulk, tracking your calories will affect the level of hunger you feel. Whether it's in a good or negative way, it does affect it. There are very, very good and easily explained reasons for this, which we'll be diving into today's video. But before that, head to the top link in my description for information on my online coaching services, or you can contact me directly on ashmaypt@gmail.com if you'd like any more information. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, leave a comment, give the video a thumbs up, send some love. Now, let's get into it. So this whole thing really comes down to human psychology. Humans, by nature, want what we don't have. When we're dieting, what we don't have is calories. Well, not enough of them anyway. Don't get me wrong, tools like MyFitnessPal are amazing. I've used it specifically for like 7 years now. But that being said, they bring complete and utter awareness to the level of restriction that you are currently giving yourself. Rather than just going into a diet and eating less, you are going into a diet and eating X number of calories, and you are going to be hyper aware of what that number is every single meal of every single day. And in our brains, everybody associates a certain amount of calories with being a low amount of calories. Now, to me, what I consider low calories will be different to what you consider low calories. But everybody has that number where they see it and they think, ooh, that's low. And when we see that number on MyFitnessPal, we correlate that with hunger. We tell ourselves that eating X calories, we are going to be hungry before we've even eaten them yet. And because you've told yourself that, you're probably going to be hungry. Yes, you might have been anyway, but you'll probably be even hungrier or even more aware of that hunger. Here's a good example of this in play. You are out and about, going through your day, nice and busy. You come across me and I stop you in the street and I say, hey, don't think about a pink elephant. What happens straight away? You start thinking of a pink elephant. And this exact same thing happens every time you open MyFitnessPal to track your calories for a meal. It is a reminder of the calories you're having. It's like opening your phone and getting notifications for pink elephants all throughout the day, whilst actively trying not to think about pink elephants. First anecdote I'd like to share with you about this is a personal experience from Christmas last year, where I went and stayed with some family for a few days over Christmas. I was just finishing up a diet and I was hoping to maybe lose a little bit more weight or maintain my weight at least during this period of time. During those 4 days, I had very, very little control over what I ate for most of the meals. There were lots of meals out at these weird little restaurants where they obviously didn't have calories on the menu. I wasn't preparing my own food a lot of the time. I basically just couldn't track my nutrition with any accuracy. So I decided not to, because trying to track it with accuracy would cause me more stress than not doing it at all. But anyway, that's beside the point. What I did know is that I was trying to keep my weight low, so I just had to make food choices that were in line with my current goal. I was trying to stick to the lower calorie things. I was paying attention to how full I was during a meal and would stop eating if I felt full. But the thing is, if I was tracking my calories and those calories were tracked, even if I felt full halfway through the meal, I would have finished it. So I actually would have started eating more if I was tracking my calories. So I continued making decisions which were in favor and moving towards my goal. I wouldn't eat unnecessary things if I wasn't hungry, and so on and so on and so on. And what happened? I got home and I had lost weight without tracking calories over Christmas while staying with family. I could not believe it. The funny thing is that if I had tracked my calories, like I said, I probably would have overeaten, because I would have set my calories to maintenance, and I would have tracked my calories and I would have hit that ceiling every time. I wouldn't have paid attention to how hungry I was. I would have seen how much I could fit into those calories, and some of that not being accurate because it's restaurants and stuff like that, I probably would have gone over maintenance. So by tracking my nutrition, I probably would have felt hungrier, probably would have gained weight, and would have had more stress. But by not tracking calories over Christmas with my family and making good decisions, I lost weight. I could not believe it. Now granted, I have a lot of knowledge around nutrition. I can eyeball things. I know good from bad. I know how many calories are in what just by looking at them. But Most people can do this after a few years. I'm not special. And the second anecdote that I want to share is that of a client of mine who has recently been going through a bulking phase where he's been eating 3 to 3,200 calories per day. He's been doing that for months now, but recently he had a weekend event coming up, a party, where we knew he was going to be eating substantially more than that 3,000 calorie mark. So to combat this, we just wanted to average things out. So what we decided to do was subtract 600 calories from the day before and the day after his eating so that it would average out throughout those days. What was crazy and what actually inspired this video, and he'll probably be watching it, so if you know I'm talking about you, but what he said to me is that before he had even eaten those calories, he was actually feeling hungry. Hungrier than usual. Was he actually? Well, yes, he was hungrier, but it was psychological hunger. Hunger is hunger, but it wasn't physiological hunger, it was in his head. Because I don't care who you are, if you've been on 3,000 plus calories for months on end, going to 2,400 for one day is not going to suddenly give you a bunch of hunger. The issue was that he could see the number of calories he was eating, and that number was less than what he had become accustomed to. In your brain, less calories means more hunger. So he felt more hunger. It kind of makes sense. I had this exact conversation with him, and the crazy thing is that then, once we had discussed this and he kind of saw that it was all in his head, the day after the party where he was having that low calorie day again, he felt absolutely fine. And that just goes to show the absolute power of your brain. It's ridiculous. So by having that awareness that he was eating less than normal, his hunger shot up. Whereas on the other hand, let's say he was never tracking calories, and we just adjusted his food decisions a bit when I knew it would reduce his calories, but he had no idea, well, he probably wouldn't have even noticed. So tracking his calories really did affect his hunger in this situation. He wouldn't have known he was on 3,000 calories before, he wouldn't have known he was on 2,400 calories after, and he probably wouldn't have felt any different at all. It's just crazy. Pretty interesting, right? Let me know your thoughts about this topic in the comment section below. Be really interested to hear your thoughts. And if you are the person that this video is about, thank you for being an absolutely awesome client, because seriously, you have been smashing it. You've been making so much progress. Super proud of you. Your training has improved massively. You have gained so much strength. Your body composition has changed. Your mindset has changed, and your just general relationship with food and knowledge of nutrition has transformed. So you are absolutely smashing it, and you make me proud to call myself your online coach. So thank you so much for joining me. For more information on my online coaching services, hit the top link in my description where you can contact me directly on ashmaypt@gmail.com if you would like more information or to know anything else about how things work around here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Help me boost that evil algorithm that is not respecting my time whatsoever. Thank you as always for watching. Until next one, see you later guys.